almost 700 people have died on South African roads since between the 1st and 20th of December. The Transport Minister says this is a decline of almost 6% as compared to last year. Gauteng has also seen a decline with just over 120 road deaths. Let's check in now with JMPD spokesperson, Mr. Minnaar, to find out how the roads are looking at this point. Mr. Minnaar, good to have you. And good morning to you. I mean, we just heard those stats from Transport Minister in terms of road carnages. But in terms of, traffic and movement this festive season, how are we looking so far?
Good morning. No, I can say that there are fewer vehicles traveling between Johannesburg and the other provinces if you compare it to other years. However, we can't overemphasize the importance of safety. And that is why when one embarks on a trip, it's important to do a pre-trip inspection of the vehicle, such as tires, lamps, the brakes of the vehicle. It has to be in a good working order before one goes on a long trip. And then also is the fact of driver behavior, reckless and negligent driving, speeding. Speeding is a factor that contributes to all of the serious accidents every time. We also have a problem of alcohol because it's festive. People still have a drink and they drive. So those are the factors that we're going to have to contend with again. And we really want to appeal to drivers to be cautious on the roads.
Yeah. With that being said, I mean, you mentioned the speeding being one of the challenges, appealing to South Africans to not speed but to drive safely. Does the fact that there are still many South Africans with licenses that haven't been renewed pose a challenge for your work in ensuring that eligible legal drivers are on the road? Yes,
we know there was a massive challenge because of the lockdown, with many of the licenses not being able to be renewed because of the stations being closed. However, there now has been grace has been granted to the renewal of licenses till August 2021. But still, those who are on the road have to be cautious. And also with the rainy conditions adding to it, making the road surface is slippery, and drivers will have to adjust to driving in the wet or rainy conditions.
Right. Mr. Minnaar, you mentioned there that it's important to do a quick inspection of your vehicle before you hit the road, one of them being checking your tires, making sure that your wipers obviously are working this rainy season, amongst other things. Have you found any unroadworthy vehicles so far on the road?
Yes. We have found vehicles that are not in a good condition. Officers had to take action there. And in cases where there was a really serious condition to the vehicle and to the registration and also licensing, vehicles had to be impounded. And then we also now have to do with the COVID regulations, which is in place, and officers have to go to parks and beaches. So their alcohol is prohibited. We also must keep in mind of the curfew time, which is in place right now, which is between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. So no cars are permitted on the road between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. We must also bear in mind that gatherings are limited. When it's an indoor gathering, only 100 people will be permitted. If it's an outdoor gathering, no more than 250 or more than 50% of the floor space if there is an area for people in a closed area. And then we must also bear in mind that no alcohol sales will be permitted other than Monday to Thursday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. After that, no more alcohol.
Right.
And then bars and restaurants must close at 10 p.m. to allow for the workers to travel home so that they are all at home by 11 p.m. at night.
All right, just quickly before I let you go, because we've run out of time, I mean, you've been warning South Africans against not obliging to these restrictions or obeying the law, I think, since the beginning of the festive season. Should any South African be found on the road without a roadworthy vehicle, not obliging and complying to regulations, but also not observing the law, what are the consequences?
unfortunately, an arrest. An arrest will be imminent. Then the individual will be taken to a police station where they will be processed. There the person will have to apply for bail, and then depending on the seriousness of the offense, if it is reckless driving and negligent driving or drunken driving, they will be given a date when to appear in court. But they will have to be processed at the police station. They will need to be put into a police cell, and then thereafter will be granted bail. But the process will definitely have to be an arrest.
All right. Mr. Minnaar, thank you so much for your time.